Hello, I'm Stephen Camarata. I'm the Director of Research at the Center for Immigration Studies, and we're the ones hosting this event. I would like to thank you all for coming here in person, or those of you who are joining us online. Now, we are here today to discuss Lawrence Mead's recent book, Burdens of Freedom: Cultural Differences and American Power. Here it is. It's available on Amazon and at all the other usual places. Professor Mead is a professor of politics and public policy at NYU, and among his many accomplishments is that he was one of the most influential thinkers during the 1990s welfare reform debate. The book we are discussing today, I would say, is of moderate length, only about 350 pages, but it does cover a lot of ground. The discussion today, however, will focus on a key aspect or argument in the book that deals specifically with contemporary immigration. That's not the only topic in the book, but it's an important one, I think it's fair to say. To paraphrase Professor Mead, to the extent that immigrants struggle in the United States, it is not primarily because of racism, though that does exist, but rather is because many of today's immigrants have difficulty in adopting America's individualistic, inner-driven culture, which in his view is the key to American success as a country and also success for immigrants once here. Now, joining us on the panel today are two distinguished scholars. To my far left, which does not represent his political orientation or anything of that nature, is Ramesh Ponnuru. He's an editor at National Review and also a columnist for Bloomberg Opinion. He is also a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute and is one of the most astute commentators on national politics and policy in the country today. Also on the panel, and a little bit closer to me on the left, on the other side of Professor Mead, is Professor Peter Scarry. Dr. Scarry is a professor of political science at Boston College and a fellow at the Institute for Advanced Studies in Culture at the University of Virginia. He was previously a fellow at both the Brookings Institution and the American Enterprise Institute. I think it is fair to say that perhaps more than any other immigration expert in the country, his writings on immigration always reflect the complexity of the issue and are extremely well-balanced and nuanced, which is something that is often lacking when it comes to discussions of immigration and its implications. Now, the way this will work is that Professor Mead will speak first about his book. He has a PowerPoint presentation, then it'll be followed by Professor Ponnuru, and then, Mr. Ponnuru, and then Professor Scarry, and then we'll open it up for comments.